today I'm just doing a very simple dish. It's basically just mushrooms, herbs, butter, oil, basically, but it's been inspired by herbs de Provence, which is a mixture of herbs of the Provence region, and they go beautifully with mushrooms and oil and butter and all those good stuff, and then some bread just to soak up all the juices. I will say is that mushrooms get very thirsty, so it might seem like a bit of oil and a bit of butter, but I add it bit by bit just because it all goes into those mushrooms, making them delicious. That's a bit of oil too. I'm just going to let that melt away. But I'm just going to add my garlic now, just before the mushrooms, just to give it a bit of extra time to develop. I'll just give the garlic just a moment, not too long, and in with the mushrooms. So I've sort of diced into little wedges and slices. I've got a mixture of shapes. I don't know, I think it keeps it interesting. Just let that be for a moment, just let it welcome itself to the pan, and I'll be back in a moment. I regretted leaving my mushrooms. I think I prefer to stand by them. I might add a little bit more oil and a little bit more butter. Good to be a little bit overly oily and a little bit overly buttery, because you're using that to really enjoy the mushrooms with the bread, so you can always leave some behind in the pan afterwards if you don't want to be eating it all. The main man of the mushrooms here, the herbs de Provence. I've sort of got probably, there was 2 small pinches. You can add a bit more if you like. You can overdo it though, so I tend to add a little bit. If it's not strong enough, add a little bit more. Mushrooms are so good by themselves anyway, so it's probably better to underdo it than to overdo it. A little bit of sliced dried chili that I've just sliced up, about half a chili. Tad more butter. It's obviously something that's a very judgment-based recipe too. I think I've probably got enough herbs de Provence. I might actually put a bit more in. Yeah, so they come in all shapes and sizes, but I've just got this in this cute little bag. I'll just get just a tiny bit more. This is really coming along nicely now. If only you could smell this now. This is coming along really well. I like to leave them with a little bit of bite, so they're probably almost done, but just a minute more I think. Give another one a little try. Hopefully there'll be some mushrooms left. Very, very nice. I always try and put a little bit of butter in just at the end, just to finish them, just to coat them and get them nice and glossy. So for me, these mushrooms are going to be pretty much done now. So I'm going to put in a little bit of butter, mix it through. Let's turn off the heat at this point too. Beautiful. Rip off the top of a baguette and away you go. The only thing I forgot to put in there actually is just a bit of pepper as well. There you have it, my herbs de Provence mushrooms, or mushrooms de Provence. Mushrooms with herbs de Provence mixed in, some chili, and just cooked with some oil and butter. And it was inspired obviously by herbs de Provence, which is something very popular in the area. The nice combination of all of them together is really nice, and I heard about it first of all being put into ratatouille, which is very French, and I decided why not, it would go perfectly with mushrooms too, and it really does. So definitely give it a go. I'm going to go enjoy this now. Common herbs found in herbs de Provence are thyme, basil, rosemary, bay, summer savoury. I don't actually know what that is, but summer savoury is in it. mint, tarragon, and even lavender as well sometimes too. So a big range of flavours, but definitely something to add to something like mushrooms. It's beautiful. And also ratatouille, which I said before as well. But really, whatever you normally add a couple of fresh or dried, in this case, herbs to, give it a go.